If you're using AI just to ask random questions, you're leaving a ridiculous amount of value on the table. Over 4 months from fieldwork to my final defense, I used AI across 4 of my 5 thesis chapters, covering roughly 40 to 45 pages. It helped me organize research, improve my writing, and catch mistakes before my supervisor did. Not by cheating, by working smarter. And before this video ends, I'll show you the one mistake AI almost made that could have landed a false citation in my final thesis. There's a misconception that AI is just something students use to generate assignments. That wasn't my experience. My project involved reading scientific papers, rewriting technical information, organizing ideas, and constantly checking whether my conclusions actually made sense. AI wasn't a shortcut. It became my research assistant. Not because it did the work for me, but because it made me better at doing the work myself. Here's exactly how I used it. The hardest part wasn't writing, it was knowing what was worth reading. My research period overlapped with exam season, so time was my most limited resource. Instead of reading every journal from beginning to end, I used AI to help me quickly understand what each paper covered, identify whether it was relevant to my topic, and highlight the sections that deserved my attention. That meant I spent less time drowning in information and more time studying the papers that actually strengthened my project. The result wasn't less work, it was better focused work. One thing I never did was copy AI responses into my thesis. Instead, I'd write my own ideas first. Then I'd ask AI questions like, can this paragraph be clearer? Is this explanation too repetitive? Is there a better way to communicate this idea? Rather than spending hours fixing awkward sentences, I could focus on improving the quality of my arguments. AI wasn't writing my project, it was editing my thinking. This was the biggest surprise. The best thing AI did wasn't answering questions, it was catching things I'd already written down wrong. I sent my abstract for review, and it caught something I'd completely missed. I'd written that my study covered 3 habitats, but my actual study only used 2. It also caught that my methodology was written in the wrong tense entirely. Those conversations forced me to double-check my own work before anyone else reviewed it. Now here's the part that nobody should ignore. AI still makes mistakes, and they don't look like mistakes. When I asked AI to verify every citation in my statement of the problem, 6 out of 8 checked out as real traceable sources, but 2 of them couldn't be verified. No matching paper existed for the claim I'd attributed to them. And here's the unsettling part. They were sitting right next to the 6 real ones, written with the exact same confidence, the exact same formatting. Nothing marked them as different. If I hadn't asked AI to double-check its own work, those 2 would have gone straight into my final thesis. That's why I verify everything now. Not because AI failed once, but because when it fails, it doesn't announce it. Here's what using AI for 4 months taught me. AI doesn't replace hardworking people. It replaces unnecessary struggle. It helps you organize faster, write more clearly, and think more critically. But it only works if you stay in control. The moment you stop questioning its answers is the moment it becomes a liability instead of an advantage. That was the workflow I used to get from fieldwork to a finished thesis. Over the next few weeks, I'll break down the exact prompts, systems, and workflows I use for research, writing, freelancing, and productivity. No hype, no fake 10 prompts that changed my life. Just practical AI workflows that I've actually tested on real work. If that sounds useful, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.